Hey, this is Rockman. How's it going? Hi Song, hi Doom. Whoa, hey Ramimi. As always, this is on actual NES cartridge, of course. Actual NES controller. Background is taken from the Legacy collection. As I said, I just take a screenshot in OBS of the collection when I use it as the background like that. Yes, well, clearly you guys are hungry for some Mega Man 3 explanation, and also, yes, thank you for the happy birthday wishes, which my birthday is tomorrow, but this is the birthday stream. Sadly, I can't eat French soak pie anymore. I did have a pretty awesome Italian sub for dinner. Actually, half of it. And later on in the night, I have Cajun jambalaya that my parents brought me home from a restaurant. But yes, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Professor Rockman. Yes, I have a PhD. Because I know there's a lot of people, it seems like a lot of people on YouTube lately. I've been doing these YouTube videos and these YouTube channels about teaching people how to play video games. Well, that's why I started streaming 11 years ago, was I wanted to help teach people how to play video games like Zelda 2 and Mega Man 3. Well, actually, I mean, Mega Man 2 and Zelda 2 are obviously two of my favorite NES games. Mega Man 3 I like a little bit less, but still love it. I've got I literally have a piece of paper here, shut up some pump. Alright, so, again, since I am a professor and I'm going to show you guys things, some of you may have seen these things before. Thank God, I'll die happy tomorrow, Jim. I'm going to show you something amazing about this game, Mega Man 3, again, with actual NES controllers. I don't know if this works in modern consoles. Let's start with Magnet Man. Now, what would you think would happen if I have two controllers plugged into the Nintendo, and I have here in my hand the second player NES controller, and I'm putting it on the floor, and I'm using a table to hold down right on the D-pad of the second controller. What will that do? It does this. Whoa! Whoa! Well, hold on. See, without that, I jump like this. Now I'll put it back on. I jump like this. You know what else this does? This has numerous effects. I just went in the pit and didn't die. That's crazy. This has got to be the craziest thing you guys have ever seen, right? I'm jumping high. It's like I'm using a Game Genie code. I went in that pit and I didn't die. Well, guess what? There's more. This is clearly some psycho shit. Watch what happens, hashtag clickbait, if I stay in that pit as an enemy goes over me. What's this? I died, but I'm not actually dead? I can't die from jumping in a pit. I can't die from taking damage. I'm basically an undead form. To this day, I still don't know if this is like a glitch or if this is some sort of debug mode that they accidentally left into this game. Now, I can't shoot my weapon since I am dead. I can't shoot, so gotta switch to Rush Coil. I can still use that to shoot. It slices and dices. Hey, Stalnox. I'm still jumping crazy high. I used to do this all the time as a kid. I must have been a Nintendo Power or something. That's where I learned all my tips and tricks, right, Doom? Tips and or tricks. Actually, I have some books. You remember those books, like How to Win at Nintendo Games? I was looking in my room, like, just the other day, and I was like, there's a bin full of books, and right on top was, like, How to Win at Nintendo Games, and I was like, I should stream myself reading all these tips and tricks and acting out those tips and tricks, right? Alright, so even though I can't die from going in a pit, and I can't die from touching enemies, well, I still have some weaknesses. Number one, if you get energy that's laying on the ground, well, then you'll have life back, and you will become alive again with very little health, and that would be bad. The other thing I found out is that you're actually still vulnerable to spikes. If you touch spikes like this, you will die instantly, and I assume that you would get crushed and die instantly as well. So you can still die, just not from pits and not from enemies, so I better not hit these spikes here. Whoa. I was trying to use iframes to get through there, and I fucked up. Oh, and now I'm alive, so now I'm back to life, and there's no way in this area to become undead again, so I guess he won't be able to see me beat Magnet Man. But basically, if I had gotten to the boss without screwing up, I would have just beat Magnet Man with my rush coil, and that would have been that, so yeah. Alright, so, I mean, that was just a funny, interesting side tip that I've showed off before. Some of you might remember that, but wanted to show it off again. Alright, so let's talk about boss weaknesses. This game is weird. Let's discuss why. Well, first of all, it's weird because as you can see this graphical glitch going on here between Top Man and Shadow Man. It's flickering, that always happens. But no, here's what's going on with boss weaknesses. So, yes. Top Man's weapon is Top Spin. It works on Shadow Man. Shadow Man's weapon is Shadow Blade. It works on Spark Man. Spark Man's weapon is Spark Shot. It works on Magnet Man. Magnet Man's weapon is Magnet Missile. It works on Hard Man. Hard Man's weapon is Hard Knuckle. It works on Top Man. That's a loop. That's a loop of 5 people. That leaves out 3 Robot Masters. What's going on? Well, that's because Snake Man's weapon is Search Snake. It works on Gemini Man. Gemini Man's weapon is Gemini Laser. It works on Needle Man. Needle Man's weapon is Needle Cannon. It works on Snake Man. That means that this game has 2 separate loops. 1 of 3 bosses and 1 of 5 bosses. And that means that you can never beat all of these people with their weaknesses. You have to beat not 1, but 2 of them without their main weakness. That's weird. And stupid. And weird. And also, strangely, Magnet Man, even though I said his weakness is Spark Shot, actually his weakness is also Shadow Blade, because it will do the same amount of damage. And that's not all. For some reason, every single one of these bosses is secondarily weak to their own weapon. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is if a boss's weakness, for example, Snake Man, his weakness is Needle Cannon, right? Every one of their weaknesses will kill them in 4 to 7 shots, depending. But every boss's own weapon will kill them in 4 shots. So it's like a secondary weakness. So, obviously you wouldn't have them the first time you fight them. I'm talking about during the boss rush. Let's say you're doing the boss rush right before Wily. You're trying to fight Shadow Man, and you run out of Top Spin, as is what usually happens is running out of topspin, because topspin is stupid the way it works. Nobody understands it. It's very common to run out of topspin. So what do? Well, you could use Shadow Blades on Shadow Man if you run out of topspin, because, again, as I just said, he's secondarily weak to it. Alright, so that all being said about the discussion of the weaknesses, there is a trick to this game. I call it a feature. It's called Rush Jet Early. I don't know how much Doom thinks that I am a lying cheater for calling Rush Jet Early a feature. I'm sure he doesn't believe it's a feature in his heart. Rush Jet is basically the key to this entire game. And you know what? My favorite Mega Man games are Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 10 and Mega Man 3. Why? Well, partially because Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 10 are the only games where you can actually select an easier difficulty. I like playing them on the easiest difficulty. In Mega Man 2 it's normal, in Mega Man 10 it's easy. I play them on easy because I'm a wuss. This game doesn't have a difficulty setting. You can't choose easy, normal, or hard. But, you know what? If you have Rush Jet, this game is basically easy mode. Getting Rush Jet is basically turning on the easy mode of this game. So you want to get Rush Jet as soon as possible. Problem is, the only way to get Rush Jet, legitimately, is by beating Needleman, one of the hardest goddamn bosses in the game. Well, I was referring to Mega Man 10. I mean, I also like Mega Man X, but I also like Mega Man 10, and again, they are not the same game. So what I'm going to do right now, this might shock you guys, is I'm going to play Needleman first. We'll see what happens. Also, let me say this. So, someone, I won't name names, but it's our friend Bunnytails, oops, I just said her name, played this game recently, blind for the first time. I'm playing this partially, in response because she did it. Makes me want to play it myself, makes me want to show it off myself, so... Yes, this is recording, by the way. This is recording. So, I don't know, basically Doom, maybe you can think in your mind back to, like, for example, how Bunnytails did this room, and you can compare it to the way I do this room. I'm not saying the way that I do this game is better. I'm just saying this is the way I do this game, and just watch and look and learn, and maybe I'll explain what I'm doing, or maybe I'll just explain by showing. Oops, I'm still cheating! Hold on, I still had the thing down. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want anyone to say that I'm cheating or anything. I see what you did there, Stelnox, about the American Gladiators. Yes, alright, Alright, yes, we are currently not cheating. Alright, now we're going for realsies. And also, I'm not using a turbo controller. I'm using a standard NES controller, just in case anyone was wondering. I suppose I can't prove any of this to you. I'm not going to show you videos or pictures. But just trust me, okay? Whoops. I actually did some test runs of this before I started streaming today, and I got through this room every time without taking damage, of course, until now. Okay, so what I have just done is I have gone through half of Needleman's stage and I got an energy tank that was just sitting there, right? Now I'm going to follow the Ratmus code instead of the Bushido code. If you saw what Ratmus did yesterday... According to Ratmus, the key to beating a game is to always kill yourself. I mean, what? Alright, so here's a way that passwords work in this game. Remember when Bunny kept dying and getting the password C5? That's because the password C5 is no bosses beaten and 0 energy tanks. My password here is E6. That means no bosses beaten and 1 energy tank. Alright, now let's reset. Now, I've proven that I can go through Needleman's level, pick up an energy tank, and kill myself. If I did that over and over again, 9 times, I would have no bosses beaten and 9 energy tanks. The password for that is A6. This is not cheating. This is just saving time for the stream. I now have, you always start with 3 lives and 9 energy tanks. Is the max that you can hold, and it's the max that a password can give you. So just pretend that I went through this level 9 times and got an energy tank and killed myself and got the password. So I just saved you guys a bunch of time of watching me do that. Well, Doom, when I was doing that Leap River grinding, I had Taco Bell food to sample. Like, what was the name of that wonderful Taco Bell food that I tried and I loved it, and then they got rid of it? It was a quesarito, right? They fucking got rid of it, and it was good. And that's what I did. I taste tested that while I was doing that grinding, so it was totally worth it. Clearly. Plus, it just depends on how long I want to stream and what I want to do. See, the energy tank respawns every time. It doesn't matter. There's no point in me getting that because I can't hold it. And yes, by the way, these guys are vulnerable as long as their red eye is visible. That is when they are vulnerable. And if you climb up the ladders just enough, you can peek over and kill that guy. This guy could be very difficult. Unless you know his pattern and you know exactly how to jump and shoot and hit him. Alright, so I'm going to fight Needleman. I'm going to probably take the first death just because I don't have full health. This guy is an insanely difficult boss with P. And again, P is what we call it's right there, it's P. The Mega Buster, P-Shot, Player, Plasma Power, whatever the hell it's called. Alright, so now I'm going to use my energy tanks. This guy's pattern, too, is crazy. Maybe you can explain it to me, Doom, but it seems like every time I jump, he jumps really high. And like every time I shoot, he shoots. It's kind of like Metal Man, only more of a bitch. Because Metal Man just stayed on either the left or right side, and he didn't jump that high. But this guy's jumping all over the screen. He's jumping really high, he's jumping really low sometimes. Sometimes he just jumps in place, sometimes he gets in your fucking face. And I believe another thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm the fucking professor, but I believe that against every boss, your normal P shot does 1 damage, so it would take 28 hits to kill every boss, I think. Because every boss has like 28 ticks of health. Alright, use another energy tank. Alright, I beat him with 2 energy tanks. So, theoretically, all it would take is for me to go through this level. Actually, if I went through once and died, got an energy tank, did it again, got the second energy tank on my way, theoretically, if nothing went horribly wrong, that 2 energy tanks could kill him, but I did 9 just for the buffer, just in case something went horribly wrong. So now, beating Needleman first, legitimately, with 2 energy tanks, legitimately, the key to this game is Rush Jet. So now I've proven that I can do that. So now, I feel like I have the right to use the feature of Rush Jet early and have more fun playing this game the way I'm going to do it, playing it with Rush Jet early. Because theoretically, right now, I could just go through my normal boss order that I would do, and I would have Rush Jet, which makes this game easy. But again, also for the sake of the stream, because I might be showing this off to some people who don't know this, I'm sure you guys all know what Rush Jet early is. Maybe some people don't know what Rush Jet early is, and they want to find out, so... We are going to start with Top Man. From the top of the list, Top Man. And I believe that is everything that I wrote down on my extensive piece of paper to explain to you guys. So everything else will just be explained on the fly. And you know, I'm not having like a perfect experience playing this game. Obviously, there's a lot of slowdown here, and I don't want to call it lag. I don't think I'm experiencing lag, but it, like, I don't know. It doesn't feel as smooth as Mega Man 2 did. It's a little clunky. I don't know if that's the game itself or what. But, like, I have to really be mindful. I can't just be like, oh, I'm the master of this fucking game and I can do everything without thinking. Whoa, hey, Cobra. I went in Cobra's stream and I did my 92 months thing and it didn't even show up because he didn't have the alerts set correctly or something. And I mean, also, as you have seen from me going through Needleman's level, I mean, I screw up, I get hit by enemies, I take damage sometimes. Like, this ain't no perfect run, clearly. And things get worse when I start to talk and play at the same time. We can probably blame that short production time for a lot of this game's problems, yeah. I age exponentially, Stelnox, at least that's what it feels like. There's a fly, man. Oh. I just realized this now, but... like, what am I standing on right now? Glass? Some sort of plastic? And inside is, what, weed? You could. One could if one had any, which I don't. My birthday is tomorrow, Cobra. Hey, bro. Thank God the boss's health fills up faster than Mega Man 4, right? Exactly. And that's why, like, you know, as I tried to explain Doom yesterday, whenever you hear that X-Hunter boss music, I always think Wet Willy Man. Whenever I hear this music, I always think and Rush Jet, because I wanted to say and Rush Jet after every single boss weapon that you get, because you should always get and Rush Jet, because it's the key to this game. Exactly, Stelnox. What is this, rat mess? Oh, it's crazy talk. Yeah, talking about, like, the reason why I said it might be called Plasma is because that's what they says on the Mega Man cartoon. Whenever Mega Man shoots his gun, he's always like, Plasma Power! It's really, like, cheesy and lame and stupid. Alright, so Top Man, Top Spin, famously, as I said, works on Shadow Man. The thing you gotta understand about Shadow Man is that his music tells us that love is magic. This song has lyrics, and the only lyrics are... Love is magic. That's the only lyrics. Love is magic. You gotta understand. If you pause whenever you come into a fight with Proto Man, then it will play his entire music. I mean, Proto Man, who's that? I don't know who this red person is. I certainly hope somebody in chat can spoil his name for me. Oops. Did I mention love was magic? Sometimes you forget how weird I am, but I'm literally Weird Al, right? And also, when I say weird things like that song, it's probably something that Ratmus made up when we were kids, so he's the weird one. Oh, wait, we share a brain, right? Yes, Stelnox, just the other day I heard, Jesus Christ, what's her name? Savik. Just yesterday, Savik was telling me how bad it is to use Proto Matter in a device. And whoa, hey Luna, thank you for the happy birthday. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rex, welcome once again and thanks for the raid. Gotta check out his emotes over here. Classic Mega Man emotes. Thank you. See, I'm just here explaining how to beat Mega Man 3 for anyone who doesn't know how to beat Mega Man 3. I've said this before, but it's quite possible that I got this game for my birthday back in 1990 or whatever it was. That's my memory anyways, but my memory is always faulty, so who knows, maybe I just think I got it for my birthday and I actually didn't. There's no way to know without going back in time. And I'm taking way too much damage from these bozos. Never died in this room in my life, so... Can we not do that, please? I like how no one's giving me any health. Nice to see everyone. If I don't get some energy soon, I'm gonna die here, but we did just hit a checkpoint. So what I like to do here is jump out as far as I can to get the next person to spawn as far off as I can, so I don't, you know, freaking hit them right in the face and jump right into them. Because this area is obviously very dangerous. Wow, I can't believe I got through that without dying. Yes. Asps are very dangerous. Alright, so I got no energy tanks, I got 3 lives. Gotta take a death here. Top spin is stupid, nobody knows how it works, it always screws up. I hope it works okay here on the second life, otherwise we'll be doing this level all over again. What did I just fucking say? Gotta do the level all over again. Because of top spin. This never happens off stream, it only happens on stream, clearly. Somebody sent me a friend request on Discord and I don't recognize the person's name. Talking about Tailspin. Well, the stream just got a little longer. Clearly I should have farmed some energy tanks, you know, just for this possibility. Jeez. I guess it just goes to show you that how stupid topspin is if even a professor, an infallible professor like Rockman, who clearly has his PhD, could have this happen to him. This literally happened to me 1 year ago, almost to the day. I was streaming for my birthday stream Rockman 3 on Famicom, and the same exact thing happened. Hey Zoda, how's it going? Those bullets went right through that guy. Did you guys see that? How's that Zelda marathon thing going? What time are you doing Zelda 2? Or is Blake doing Zelda 2? What time are you doing Star Tropics? Oh wait, it's a Zelda marathon. Star Tropics is kind of a Zelda game, right? Alright, same situation. My bullets? Does Top Spin even have what can be described as bullets? What the fuck?! What is going on? I have never in my entire life had this happen twice in a row. Okay, well, now that I know what you're talking about, Doom, yeah, I know that his feet don't have a hitbox. I know his head is the only place you can hit him, but I swear they went right through his head. But you're saying that they didn't, and the game is also saying that they didn't. All the rush jet early in the world can't save you from Top Spin not working. Yeah, Ratmus wants me to show off some trick that I don't really want to show off. And even if I wanted to save state before the boss door, there are no save states on an NES cartridge. Also, it's funny how Ramimi's name is Ramimi Prime, and Ramimi Prime said Zoda, so Zoda, I read Prime Zoda. That's a thing, right? So what I just did was, you guys didn't see, but I actually went to Needleman's level 5 times and got 5 energy tanks, which is perfectly legit. And not cheating in the slightest. You know what? I said that I was going to do it this way, the way that I always do it, because it's more fun to get Rush Jet early. But you know what? With fighting this boss and running into this problem, I'm wondering if maybe from now on, whenever I play this game, I'm just going to start with the password A6 and just go beat Needleman. Or... well, I mean, I guess no matter who you beat, as long as you have 9 energy tanks, you won't run into this problem regardless, but... I guess it's more quote-unquote legit if you do Needleman first with the 9 energy tanks. So, like, if I beat Needleman and use 2 energy tanks, what I would actually do is then I would have 7 energy tanks. Assuming I use 2 on Needleman, and then I would go to Top Man, and then I would go to Shadow Man here, so I'd probably have 6 or 7 energy tanks going into Top Man, and then I wouldn't have to worry about this scenario that just seems to be becoming more and more and more and more and more common about not being able to beat him with Top Spin. I'm not doing this correctly. And like I said, I've run into this problem before, but it seems like in my entire life of playing Mega Man 3, I would only run into this problem of running out of Top Spin and dying and having to do the whole level over again, maybe once out of 10 times, maybe if that. And yet now on stream, it has literally happened 6 times in a row. That is out of control and unacceptable. Oh, he actually died. Yeah, I'm not fucking racing anyone in this game, clearly. Alright. Let's once again die for the first time. Now we're gonna try with Top Spin, and if we run out, we gotta use those energy tanks and use P. Once again, Doom has been gifted a sub, which it looks like you're at 24 months now, so this might be your first time with this 2-year badge, Doom. Also, since somebody talked to LizardCon, and I guess he doesn't want to be on Twitch, but I guess his name reappeared in this list. LizardCon has suddenly reappeared in this list. So that's good. And also... LizardCon is also 3rd in all-time gifting subbers. People who have gifted subs, and now Ratmus and Song are tied for 1st place with 40 gift subs given. Thank you, Ratmus. Alright, so back to this bastard. Once again, same exact thing happened. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. No one does. One energy tank was all I needed. So yeah, that's a problem. Like I said, I used to be able to beat that level and that boss just fine, but now I need an energy tank just to beat him because the top spin runs out, and I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And we got Rush Marine, whoopity-doo. Alright, so moving on from that fiasco, we go to Sparkman next. So yeah, going back to tomorrow, my birthday. Well, for dinner I have another Italian sub sandwich. And Ratmus got me some McDonald's hot mustard sauce for my birthday. So I think on Tuesday I'm going to go over to McDonald's, get some McNuggets. McNuggies, as the kids say. Just kidding, no kids say that. What the heck? How did I miss that jump? I told you guys I was the professor at this game. I have a PhD and I'm doing nothing but playing the game totally incorrectly, fucking up and dying all over the place. Anyway, looking forward to that hot mustard, blah, blah, blah. Again, this is why I don't speedrun these games. That's what should have happened the first time. Apparently, I'm getting old, spoilers. Alright, so now we get to the point of how to get Rush Jet early, and it's weird because Bunny kind of accidentally did this with Rush Marine, I think. Oh yeah, I don't have any more lives. That's wonderful. Thanks for reminding me, Ratmus. Alright, so basically, on the right side of this menu, we have Rush Coil, Rush Marine, and then below that would be Rush Jet, which I don't legally have, but I have Shadow Man's weapon, which is to the left of where Rush Jet would be. And because this game was rushed to development and it has a lot of bugs, what I can do is, when I'm highlighting Shadow Man's weapon, Shadow Blades, if I press right on the D-pad, it actually goes to Rush Jet. Hit the start button, I now have Rush Jet selected, but I can't use it because I don't have any weapon energy. The game knows that I'm not supposed to have that. But let's get this weapon energy. Now we can use it. Now the game thinks, oh, you must have it. So that is the famous Rush Jet early. I call it a feature. Some people might call it behind my back cheating. But as we know, if you just go to Needleman's level, get 9 energy tanks, get Rush Jet, you can breeze through this game anyway, so we've basically already won. We basically don't even need to do anything, right? I did say that Rush Jet was easy mode, but, well, we'll see. So the other thing is, Sparkman's weapon actually goes to the left of Rush Marine. So if you beat Sparkman without beating Shadow Man, which I think Bunny did, then you would have Sparkman's weapon, and you could also press right on the D-pad to get Rush Marine early, but I don't know who would ever want to do that. So Bunny accidentally selected Rush Marine because she was trying to mess around. She was trying to... Navigating this menu is... This pause menu is really weird and stupid, and if you haven't played it, you really don't understand, like... Again, this game was rushed. No pun intended for rush. But this menu is silly and doesn't really work. Navigating it is difficult, so it's very easy to do the wrong thing. And trying to select Top Man, you hit right and accidentally use an energy tank. That's very different. That's very easy to do. Please don't do that. So yeah, I have no lives, but I do have 4 energy tanks that I totally earned. So let's, again, try not to die. Okay, well, never mind, my energy's full, so I'm fine. Everything's fine, everything's fine. And yeah, I guess you could, well, you could farm energy tanks in Mega Man 4 also, although the password ain't gonna save it. Let's fill up some more Rush Jet. And yeah, instead of platforming is for... I was thinking about the movie UHF and making another UHF reference. So when I said something in my brain made another UHF reference. Platforming is for wimps and commies. The level design? Talking about the level design? It never occurred to me to talk about the level design, Doom. Let's shoot Shadow Blades diagonally. Whoa, it's just like Metal Blades. It's like the poor man's Metal Blade. Well, when I was in Top Man stage and I said, why is this a whole bunch of glass with weed in it? I guess that was a comment on the level design. So the more I think about it, I don't think I've ever thought about the level design in this game. And now that I am thinking about how the levels are designed, these levels are designed very weirdly and haphazardly and don't really make much aesthetic sense. Which is, to me, is fine and endearing, but I guess speaks to how rushed the game was. But I normally don't have a problem with levels like that. I love Sonic CD, and some people are like, oh, the level design sucks. My favorite level in Super Mario 64 is Wet Dry World, and some people are like, oh, this level sucks. It's just a bunch of random elements put together and don't make any sense. Well, maybe I like levels like that. I used to make levels like that in, like, Smash Brothers, and stuff. Alright, so where were we? Well, we got Sparkman's weapon, so it's on the MegaMan. Oh, you mean... Well... Oh, you mean that Doom? Yeah, well... I guess that's not really level design. Well, I guess it is. I guess it's game mechanic design also. You know what, let's pull a Ratmus and jump into this pit, let's pretend that I think I have the right to press down on the D-pad. Oh shit, I fell into the pit and died. Oops. Oh, wait, I did that on purpose to get my lives back. So what I'm trying to say is, how do I put this? If you were to come up to a point in this game where you needed Rush, and you were somehow out of all of Rush, well, Rush Marine isn't really going to help you, but you were somehow out of Rush Coil or out of Rush Jet, if you have Rush Jet, if you were out of everything and you didn't refill it and you ran out and the level required you to have it, well, that's your dumbass fault, not the level's fault, not the game's fault. That's your dumbass fault. Yeah, I said it. And if somebody were to, I don't know, hypothetically, if somebody were to come into a stream and say in chat that, like, that means it's bad level design, I would say that that person is a fucking moron. Hypothetically, except 100% true. What's bad design is how topspin works. Okay, I'll give you that. But many, 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 many games back then operate on the principle is if you run out of resources, you're fucked. Game over. You ever gone against Goma and Zelda 1 and didn't have any rupees? You're fucked. That's not the game's fault. That's your fault, my friend. You ever play Zelda 2 and you need to use Fairy and you didn't have any magic? You're fucked. Not bad level design, not bad game design. That's just the way things were. Sorry, Fred Savage. You know, you wanted the game to be fair? Who said the game was fair? Who said life was fair? Nobody said life is fair. As you wish. Let's just quote the Princess Bride now. Anybody got any other Princess Bride quotes that you like? Post them in chat. Yes, that is such a great Princess Bride quote that I have it on a magnet. I used to have it on a sticker, but my stupid ass cousin took the sticker that I just bought and smooshed it up. Yes. So here we have the famous Yoku blocks. Oh no, this is difficult platforming. How am I ever gonna do this? Oh no! Oh wait, I'm cheating. I'm using Rush Jet before I should have Rush Jet. No, I just beat Needleman early. You saw me do it at the beginning of the stream. It's fine. And there, look, I didn't die in the spikes for once. I didn't Mickey Rooney myself. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Magnet Man is equally weak to Spark Shot and Shadow Blade. I think Bunny had more success using Shadow Blade. I've always enjoyed using Spark Shock, so I'm going to continue to use Spark Shock. I also said before that depending on the Robot Master and depending on their weakness, sometimes their weakness, it will take 4 hits to kill them. Sometimes as many as 7. This is a case where it's 4. And there you go. And Ratmus, everyone who heard your remix knows about Magnet Man's Fatal Attraction, or at least if you watch the cartoon. Some people keep telling Bunny to watch that Mega Man cartoon, and it's like, yeah, I'm a fan of Mega Man. Yeah, I like that cartoon, but let's be honest here, that cartoon is really, really stupid. Like, it's like so bad it's good. Like, it's not a good cartoon. I've seen it all. Welcome Back song multiple times. But yeah, it's like so bad it's good, so cheesy, so bad, like. Alright, now we come to one of the most dangerous enemies in the game according to Bunny Tales, the bees! Oh. Oh. Oh, not so dangerous anymore. And that's why I have my PhD. Normally I would just rush coil over this guy. Doom, I can't imagine getting through any level of Ninja Gaiden under any circumstances, so I'm not going to say it's cheating. At least not to your face. Okay, so one thing we could do is use Magnet Missile on this guy. The magnet will hone in on most enemies. But I want to save my Magnet Missile. So you know what? As I said, Rush Jet is the key to this game, so... need any health. You could even do this. Now, here's some bees that I'm not going to be able to despawn. Okay, well, okay, not here. It's coming up in a little bit. There will be some bees that I will not be able to despawn, so... Whenever Mega Man opens his mouth, Ratmus calls it, wow! Wow! I couldn't even hold it all that long. It was so long. Look at that, we got another energy tank. We could farm it over here. Alright, here's the bees I mentioned. So I shot and killed them. And they died. Alright, this is a difficult Proto Man fight because of the terrain, of course. It is very hard to jump over him like that without taking damage. Ew, you gotta time it perfectly. That was a really good Proto Man fight. Honestly, I usually take a lot more damage in that specific fight than that. That was really good. Again, the way to do this enemy is wait and shoot for the exact moment that his eye is open. That was pretty close. Not really. Alright, so here's the thing about Hard Man. Now, Hard Man has a lot of iframes, so you cannot spam Magnet Missile, because this guy's iframes are really bad. And actually, so Hard Man is one of those bosses where even his weakness, which is Magnet Missile, it takes 7 hits to kill him. And actually, it's equal to his own weapon. Hard Knuckle on Hard Man is equal to Magnet Missile. It's one of those bosses. It's going to take more shots of Magnet to kill him. Yeah, also true. So you got to kind of watch it here. I just wasted one. His attack's kind of hard to dodge. Magnet's very easy to miss. But you just got to be somewhat slow and meticulous. I mean, that wasn't really a slow fight, but very calculated as to where I jumped, when I shot, how I shot. A lot easier than beating Shadow Man, I'll tell you that. And Rush Jet. Alright, so that we have beaten the first 5 Robot Masters in a loop. So now, as I said earlier, we don't have the weakness for any of these 3 Robot Masters. Now I guess I could do Needle Man again. I've done them before. I've proven that I could do Needle Man as long as I have like at least 2 energy tanks. But again, I guess I'm doing right now, I'm doing my normal, or what was my normal boss order. Maybe it'll change. Maybe it'll evolve. My boss order for Mega Man 2 and 3 started out one way in childhood, and they did evolve over the years. Maybe it's time for my order to evolve. I don't know. But I'm going to do Snake Man next, if no other reason than to show off the Rush Jet early, because without Rush Jet, I can't beat Snake Man's level. I really can't. Well, I mean, I did when I raced Doom, but it took me forever. So ideally, what I would do without Rush Jet early is I would just beat Needle Man with 2 energy tanks. But we're going to do the Snake Man Rush Jet early route. Bunny also really seemed to hate this level. And in particular, I love the music. I forget how I rank the music. This is one of my favorite musics. Well, let's see how well that I can do in this level. And not hopefully earn my PhD and not lose my PhD and still be able to call hopefully I will still be able to be called Professor Rockman after going through this level. Otherwise, I'm screwed. That was very strange. I was not expecting to. I jumped and I fell down and I went down the ladder briefly. But is it from Ratmus's curry recipe, though? Cobra's eating loaded potato salad. Song had some pizza. You see how I know all the enemies and I know their patterns and I know when they're coming up and I know how to defeat them? Do I need any weapon energy? The answer is no. Like, what is the point of me beating this guy? There's a possibility he could give me life energy, even though I don't need it very much. He could give me a 1-up. I mean, okay, well, he filled me my health to full, so I guess it was worth killing that guy. He could have given me a 1-up. I mean, it's not like I kill every enemy. Sometimes I'll just avoid them, but sometimes if I need stuff for, I think, well, he might give me a 1-up, you know. I don't know what this enemy is called, Doom, but it always reminded me of a hoopster from Super Mario Bros. 2. It's a hoopster, right, that goes up and down the ladders like that? Yeah. Alright, so this is the room that was the bane of my existence and cost me the race with Doom. Doing this room without Rush Jet sucks. As we know, Bunny had to do it without Rush Jet, and it sucked. There's a lot of ways you can die. You can fall, you can miss the platforms, get hit by a bullet in midair, you die, and these stupid clouds that come up, they can knock you off the platform, glitch you off the platform. It's really stupid, which is why Rush Jet early, or let's just presume that I beat Needleman first as I did at the beginning of the stream. I'm totally not cheating. Once again, jumping strategically to use less energy of Rush Jet. So yeah, once again, we are beating Snake Man, but I don't have his weakness, because Snake Man's weakness is Needle Cannon. So what do we got to work with here? Let's look at the boss damage chart. Snake Man. So, it would take 7 Needle Cannon shots to kill him. Also 7 of Search Snake, his own weapon. I think, if I'm doing my math correctly. So the only thing other than that does anything more than 1 HP of damage to him is Shadow Blade. Literally, if you don't have Search Snake and you don't have Needle Cannon, your best bet here is Shadow Blade. And even then, it's not a best bet. It's going to take 14 Shadow Blades to kill this guy. Because a boss has 28 ticks of damage, or hit points of damage. According to this chart, Shadow Blade will do 2. 28 divided by 2 is 14. It should take 14 hits of Shadow Blade. So we do have 4 energy tanks that I totally legitimately farmed. I don't know what you're talking about. So we should be okay. I mean, except for Shadow Man, who is only difficult because of how stupid Topspin is, I would say that this is the most difficult of the Robot Masters. Well, then again, I also said that Needle Man was, so I guess there are a few that are difficult. Even knowing his pattern, he's so difficult to avoid. But There you go. Took just one energy tank. So actually, well, I was going to say, well, Snake Man is easier than Needle Man because it only needed one energy tank to beat Snake Man. I needed two to beat Needle Man. But again, I was using P on Needle Man, and I was using Shadow Blade on Snake Man. So really, it's sort of not a fair comparison. Anyways, time for Gemini Man. And yeah, Ratmus's curry is really spicy. He uses the Japanese spicy box that says extra hot, but that's not spicy in the slightest. So he also adds cayenne. He also adds like the garam masala or whatever, like these spices that he got at this special place in Galena, I think. When you add it all together, when you mix it all together, it makes for a really nice curry. Then again, it's the only curry that I've ever had is Ratmus's curry, so maybe I'm biased, maybe I don't know about other types of curry. Ratmus made his own roux. Wow, that's amazing. I saw a British guy on YouTube making his own roux and making gumbo the other day. Bunny also had big problems with this room full of enemies. What would I say is the key to getting through this room? Well, I guess knowing that there's two types of enemies. I don't know what they're called, the flying UFO enemies and the penguins. Knowing what they are and what their different attacks are, what their motions are, how they're going to shoot, when they're going to shoot. Just being prepared and just shooting the piss out of them. Would be my advice. Alright, so we currently have 4 extra lives and 3 energy tanks. Again, it's weird because, like, right now I have 5 lives, even though it says 4, but I have 3 energy tanks, because 3, when it says 0 energy tanks, that's 0. But if it says 0 lives, that's, you're still alive, because it's extra lives. It's weird, it's not consistent. Also, Bunny had a huge problem with these, let's call them tadpoles. Instead of calling them something else, let's call them tadpoles. But I'm not sure what the difficulty is when you literally just shoot them. Okay, well I can't shoot that from the ground, but again we have rush. Oh shit! I hit the question mark thing accidentally, and now I've lost that energy. Oh well. Alright, so let's continue to shoot these things. I think one time I was streaming this game, maybe it was last year, and Arson came in and he was like, this is really stupid level design. Who thought it was a good idea to have all these tadpoles come out of eggs and have to shoot them? And I was like, raised my hand like, I think this is good design. I like shooting these things. I like doing this. What's wrong with doing this? It's fun. It's easy and fun. Yeah, you could try shooting them all and try to get some one-up drops, but I'm good on lives for right now. Oh look, it's an enemy. Let's try to kill this enemy. Hey look, I killed the enemy. Oh shit, it's another one. I shot and killed him. Okay, so Ratmus bought some, what is it, Wagyu flank steak? Is that correct, Ratmus? Tell everyone where you got it. Do you want to cook and make that next time? You really want to just go ahead and do it? Make Wagyu flank steak? Okay, inflating the duration of a game by 80 hours? Holy shit! I would probably kill myself. In real life, not the game. So I think, yes, we all know about the problems. I swear, like, okay. Yeah, you really cannot make this jump. Well, you know, you actually can make this jump if you push right on the D-pad of the second controller, but that's kind of cheating. When Bunny got here, she used Rush Marine, didn't know how to use Rush Marine. That's unfortunate. Maybe I'll explain how to use Rush Marine later. I could explain how to do it now, but you know what, I won't. And honestly, this area sucks. Like, if you're just like platforming, this area is pretty hard. I mean, it's more annoying than hard. I'm going to use the key to this game. The key to this game, which makes it easy. If I can. Don't want to lose all my energy, though, of Rush Jet. That is a problem. So I got to be very careful about the slowdown here. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is gonna kill me! Alright, so here's how Rush Marine works. Not only can you shoot, not only can you move up and down, but you can actually jump out of the water. Unfortunately, you can't jump very high, so I'm about to die. Unfortunately, that's not going to help us very much more at this time juncture, and I can't even get out of here, so we're going to have to... Oh boy, this is... Okay. See how annoying this is, even when you know what to do and how to do it? I'm just going to... It's just easier to fucking do this and tank the hits. Okay. Alright. Very sloppy, but I made it. We now have 5 extra lives and 5 energy tanks. But yeah, that's... I don't like that area, to be honest. Oh, look at this. An easy way to beat an enemy safely. Extra sloppy, yes. There you go. Whew. And Rush Jet. We only have one Robot Master left, and it's Needleman. Wait, I thought I already beat this guy. I did, didn't I? Well, now we're gonna do it again. The reason why it's not even worth killing these guys is because the reason I beat the first one is because I went right up to him and spammed and shot fast enough to kill him before he started his roll. But when they are on a ledge, there is no way that you can get up to him in his face quickly enough to shoot him and kill him before he does that, so there's no point in even trying. I mean, Doom, maybe I have to do it again because I'm really just trying to record the music to Needleman's stage because I like it and I want to listen to it later on cassette tape. My frickin' mom keeps making noise upstairs, so it's like, shut up, Mom, I'm trying to record Needleman! Which is a very common problem. Growing up in the 1990s, that was a very common problem. The only way to record something from a video game was to literally put a cassette tape Walkman, hold it up to the screen, the speakers of your TV, and hit record. And then you got the song on cassette tape. That's the only way to do it. There ain't no soundtrack CDs. There ain't no internet. Wow, I actually killed that guy. I don't think I've ever been able to jump up and kill that particular person before he does his roll. That was crazy. I didn't even expect that to happen. And that is, of course, why that you have some video game tracks that are, as I call them, live. You know, like Needleman Live. You get to hear MegaMan beam into the level because that's the only way to record the thing is just by playing the game and have MegaMan's sound effect beaming into the level. It makes it live. Well, those were CDs, Zoda, but in any case, if you did find those things in your local haunted house, or even your non-local haunted house, well, you would be a very lucky person indeed. Yeah, that is a feature, yes. Sometimes I would record music to be live on purpose just for the fun of it. Like, I think I have MP3 somewhere of, like, me beating Bowser in Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3 live, just so I can hear the noises of, you know, of Bowser being beaten in those games, just because I think it's fun. Alright, so now we're up against Needleman, and we actually have his weakness this time. Holy shit. Only takes 4 hits, but he jumps around like a maniac mofo, as we saw. And also, this laser is unpredictable as to where it's going to bounce off, and once you shoot, you cannot shoot again or hit pause until it's off the screen. Okay, I fired so quickly that 2 lasers hit him at the same time and only counted as 1 in his invincibility frames. Never seen that happen before. Yeah, we saw that brand at Mitsuwa Doom. That's apparently the choice of Japanese people. They love Vermont curry, totally. And Rush Jet, yes. I don't remember if that's the brand that Ratmus uses, though. I don't think so, but it is a brand that we've seen before. Holy shit, what's this? You mean we're not done? I thought we had a DK win. I thought we basically already won. And no, that was all the tutorial. That was so funny when Bunny worked so hard to beat those bosses, and this happens, and everyone in chat is like, well, the tutorial is done. Now the real game begins. And she was like, what? Because that was easy mode compared to this. Should I have chat vote once again to see what order I beat them in? First person to say a level gets it. And this time I won't miss it. I'm looking right at chat. Gemini Man. So now we got these UFOs, and instead of the penguins, we have whatever these creepy crawling things are on the ground. I don't know. They seem to have replaced the penguins. That was kind of stupid. I should have moved, but I was afraid of falling into the pit, so... Creepy crawlers, or possibly crappy crawlers. You have to leave for dinner soon, Doom. I hope you watch the past broadcast, otherwise you won't know how to beat this game. Again, I don't know what is hard or annoying about that. I like it. Yes, I could go up there and possibly get a thing, but I mean, Jesus Christ, I already have 6 extra lives and 6 energy tanks. Not taking the time. I wonder if there's a... I'm like, I could probably do this in a way without taking damage, but... wasn't even worth the time. Alright, so before Doom leaves for dinner, and I will say this for anyone who, you know, has to leave before the end of the stream, but tomorrow is my birthday. I won't be streaming for the rest of this week. So next stream will not be until a week from today, most likely. So just keep that in mind. But we will be streaming again eventually. Yeah, I don't know who this person on Discord is that's trying to send me a friend request, so I'm just going to ignore it, I guess. Alright, so who is this bozo? Flashman. Alright, I'm looking at the official damage chart that I've been looking at. So this says that this person's weakness is equally Gemini Laser and Needle Cannon. Well, it's probably going to be a lot easier to hit him with Needle Cannon than it is Gemini Laser. So... okay, you know what? Let's not die. And this is why you farm energy tanks. These Doc Robot levels. If I came in here with 6 energy tanks. If you have 1 or 2 energy tanks per level, then you can get through these Doc Robot stages. Oh no! What if I used all my rush getting here? What kind of fucking moron would have done that? There was no reason to even use rush in this level before now. Like, I can somewhat understand on a level where you need to use rush, but there's no need to use rush in that level. Alright, so you know what? Let's use Rush Marine again. This is a short section, so again, you can shoot, you can go up and down, you can even hop in and out of the water and gain more energy for your Rush Marine while you're using it. These, just like hoverboards though, they don't work. It's like a reverse hoverboard. It doesn't work outside of water unless you've got power. Where the hell was that guy going? Did you see that enemy? He like faded out the bottom of the screen and like he was trying to, like he was ashamed of himself. All right, see you later, Doom. Enjoy your curry. And there's another extra life. Something happened in the website that I have up out of the corner of my eye. This damage chart. This is on the MegaMan wiki, which is called MegaMan Knowledge Base for some reason. But something caught the corner of my eye, and it was a stupid ad for his, like, follow on Instagram or TikTok. Thanks a lot, you stupid ad. Alright, this is obviously Bubble Man. So, according to this, he is equally weak to Spark Shot and Shadow Blade. I think it's going to be easier to hit him with Shadow Blade. It's kind of like the poor man's Metal Blade, as we said. Looks like it's going to take 7 shots, not 4, to hit him, to kill him, I mean. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 7. The math checks out. This is all about math. All right, what level should I do next? First person in chat to say I go there. Nobody's saying anything. I think Ratmus is waiting to see if anybody else will, but nobody else is. I should be like that. Okay, Nino Man. Remember that video you posted about the what was it, like the vending machine, the coffee machine thing in Japan, where it's like, I'm just gonna pick one for you and you're gonna be screwed? What the hell is this video you just posted? Alright, I guess we're going to Needle Man then. We got our second chance to record Needle Man before our mom screws it up. Obviously very difficult to get through here without taking damage. Now this is a level where it's going to be very apparent during the second part of the level that we are going to need Rush desperately. Got him. That's difficult to do before he starts rolling. Alright, so who is this person? Now, I have the 8 Robot Masters of Mega Man 3. I have their weaknesses memorized, but these guys I don't have. So this is Airman, the bane of some people's existence. He's weak to Magnet Missile and Spark Shock, of all things. But of course, being Airman, it's going to be very difficult to hit him. So I'm going to use Spark Shot. Okay, it's like, I jumped too high there. I guess you can slide to get past that one. That's like a very tricky jump. Ooh, see, luckily I got through that without using an energy tank, but I took hella damage. Here's the weird thing, is if you die here, you know what, I'm just gonna die here. Because it's better for me to come in here with full health rather than risk if I die, then I lose all of the rush jet that I've used to get across this area. Because you obviously need full rush jet. It will give you refills, and you can jump. But again, it has these enemies doing damage to you. And ideally, you want to save some of this health here. Save some of this weapon refill energy here. Just in case you do die and have to, come back here and do it again. I'm being very careful here not to use all of my rush jet and also not to pick up a lot of this energy. Hopefully we won't have to do that again. If you're in a situation where it's safer to use rush jet than just platforming and you've got the energy, then just use rush jet. That's what it's for. This guy is obviously vulnerable in the red cross in his helmet. That is how you need to kill him, so... Really getting into this music, of course. What I don't like is taking damage. Actually, I might want to use rush jet here too. Let's see. It's like little sneaky trick. Like I said, you got rush jet, may as well use it. It's the key to this game, as I won't shut up about. All right, who is this bozo? Crash Man. All right, let's pause. I'll probably use an energy tank rather than dying. Alright, so Crash Man, he is most weak to Hard Knuckle. Hard Knuckle will kill him in 4 hits. The problem is hitting him with the Hard Knuckle. It is difficult. Top Span is apparently another option, but that's his secondary weakness. It's like, oh my god. So, yeah, this is a tough one. Hitting him does a lot of damage. I did that very well. I did that fight very well. That almost makes up for my failure doing Shadow Man, okay? That was, wow, like, I don't think I've ever beat that guy that well. Again, so, like, the key was, I know Crash Man's pattern, I guess? So, I knew how to jump to try and avoid him. You never want to touch the boss. They do so much damage. It's better to get hit from their weapon than touching them. Touching them will absolutely destroy you. But when you shoot Hard Man, once it's shooting and it's going, you can actually hold up or down and it will kind of lean towards a little up or down. So I was trying to do that as he jumped. I would shoot Hard Knuckle on the ground and I would try to push it up towards him. That's what I did. So, all right, Ratmus, pick who I'm beating next. Sparkman or Shadow? Shadow. Love is magic. Spikes are not love or magic. Spikes are a bitch. Alright, normally I beat these guys the same way I always beat them as I have been so far, just jumping and shooting them with P. I never in my life knew that Spark Shot would do this. But now I do, thanks to Bunny Tails. Love is magic. Oh no, it seems I have some difficult platforming to do here. My life is in danger. Oh wait, it isn't. Why would anyone ever just do this platforming normally when you can do this? Work smarter, not harder. That's what I say. Just like Scrooge McDuck, the Wanpaku Duck, as they call him in Japan, totally. He always works smarter, not harder, and he always earns his fortune square by stepping on the working class. I mean, what? Alright, here comes Woodman. On Duck. That sounds like a duck risotto or something. Woodman! Alright, so Woodman. He's got his leaf shield. What is he weak to? According to this, he is equally weak to Needle Cannon and Search Snake. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and use Needle Cannon then. I think it's a little bit easier. The problem is it's going to take 7, and he has invincibility frames, and he has this goddamn shield. That was a calculated risk. I knew I could take one more hit before I had to use the energy tank. Who is discording me? Probably Ratmus. Notice how I avoided his shots with careful sliding at the correct time. That's amazing, Rockman. You're so good at this game. That is appreciated. So the first time we went through this level, we had to platform it. It was dangerous. Now we have Rush Jet. It's a little bit less dangerous. Gotta be careful not to jump into the spikes at the ceiling. Gotta be careful to not take too much damage. Gotta be careful to not use too much Rush Jet power. But we made it through. Well, we almost did. We got this guy to deal with. Sneak past him. Alright, who is this boss now? It's Heatman. Mr. Shoebox himself. Alright, let's first try to jump out of the way of his attacks with the goddamn slowdown as I look at what he's weak to. He is extremely weak to top spin, but fuck that weapon, right? His next best thing to use is Shadow Blade. Doesn't quite have the range of Metal Blades, but then again, why would you ever want to use Metal Blades on Heatman, right, Ratmus? I feel like he moves much faster than Heatman did in Mega Man 2, and it seems like just his pattern is worse. He causes more slowdown and lag. He's more difficult to deal with here than he was in Mega Man 2. I'm sure a lot of the bosses are, but there you go. Alright, which stage should I do next? So wait a minute. It's the only ones left. They're all divas, right? I was like, come on, I can get ahead of him, right? I can get ahead of him, right? Spoilers, I could not get ahead of him. So there's going to be an enemy on this ladder above me, so you need a weapon that will shoot above you. Now, Shadow Man will definitely work, but for more swiggity swag, I say use Gemini Laser. I say for more swiggity swag, use Gemini Laser. Now, I could do some platforming here and avoid these pits, but why take the risk when you have Rush Jet? Why risk even the simplest, smallest platforming? I earned Rush Jet. I got it legit, right? Why even do this platforming, even though it's simple? That's what Rush Jet is made for, right? almost at Wily's Fortress. Yeah, we just gotta get through this one last level. Alright, who's this? Metal Man. Metal Man, Metal Man. If I had to guess, I would say he's weak to Magnet Missile. He is weak to Magnet Missile and also Hard Knuckle, but as we know, it's a lot easier to hit people with Magnet than it is Hard. Just mind the invincibility frames. And we are on our way. Now, when Bunny was playing this, she despawned those guys, but I don't remember that ever working for me, so that's kind of weird that she was able to do that, because it's not working now. Those nuts and bolts or whatever these are, they have hitboxes before they even form. Now, how is that fair, I ask you? Yes, Rammus loves Totodile, right, Rammus? Gotta watch that slowdown. Alright, who is the last remaining bozo? Quick Man. Gotta use an energy tank or take a death. Let's see. I got 7 lives and 5 energy tanks. Maybe I'll just take a death here. So this is Quick Man. He is equally weak to Gemini Laser and Search Snake. I think it's gonna be... well, I don't know which one's easier, to be honest. I think Bunny used Gemini Laser. I think that would be easier to hit him with as long as you don't miss. No, I think I'll use Search Snake. I think it's probably more practical. Maybe. We'll probably have to use an energy tank, which is fine. I really wanted to pause there, and it took way too long because the search snakes were still on the screen. Holy shit, that is dangerous. Yeah, this guy is no joke. I am going to use another energy tank because I don't want to die and have to do this guy again. That might be the worst Doc Robot fight for my money. Alright, so we have here the famous Break Man, and I think it's time, fittingly, to take a break before we continue and beat this game. I do need a break. If anyone has to leave during the break, bye, thanks for being here. Yes. Hello, I'm back. Birthday's totally coming up in a few hours, technically. Welcome back to Mega Man 3 and me explaining how to beat it, or how I beat it. Breakdance Man. Yes. How about Sump Pump Man? You guys like Sump Pump Man? Doom also said, oh, nobody plays Mega Man for the story. And I was like, hey, I like the story of Mega Man 3. That's why it's sad to me that, like, they don't tell these stories in, like, better cutscenes or at the beginning of the game. You know, the story that I posted to Bunny about how, you know, the backstory of Mega Man 1 and how Mega Man was created and Dr. Wily and then the robots, and then in this game, Dr. Wily is supposedly turning over a new leaf, and he's working with Dr. Light to create a peacekeeping robot, and now we just see that Dr. Wily betrayed us and stole the peacekeeping robot, and we don't know who this mysterious red man is. Spoilers, it's Proto Man, Rockman's brother. It's like, holy shit, this is mind-blowing plot to me. But I like it, but again, I don't play this game for the plot. For me, gameplay is number one. But having a great plot is good too. So here we are at the easiest Wily's levels in the history of Wily levels. You don't need pump, do it? Alright, well, good night, Rat Mess, and remember to watch the past broadcast so you can see how to beat this game, because clearly you don't know how. Wait, you already did. So now we have 7 extra lives and 4 energy tanks. Again, you don't even need to use Rush Marine or Rush Jet in this area. You can literally just jump it. But you could use either one if you so desire. I was scared for a second because, like, Mega Man almost touched the spikes there. But anyways, alright, we did it. Let's get another extra life. We totally need them. I can't even remember if 9 is the max extra lives. It might not be in this game. That wonderful slowdown again. Once again, beating this guy by peeking above the ladder. You can slide and do this, but again, my mantra is, why even risk the danger when you have Rush Jet? Thanks for being here, Rex, once again. See you later. Thank you for the happy birthday. Good luck with university. Just use Rush Jet. Once again, you could do this in many ways. Why bother doing this platforming when you can just use Rush Jet? I'm just going to say it over and over again. Song, you don't like platforming. Why platform when you have Rush Jet? Alright. So this is the first boss of the Wily Fortress levels. Let's see what he's weak to. I know what he's weak to, but I just want to check the damage chart. This boss's name is the Kamegoro Maker, and because it makes Kamegoros, which are turtles of some kind. This boss is equally weak to Hard Knuckle, Top Spin, Search Snake, or Shadow Blade. That's kind of strange. But here's the thing to know about the Kamegoro Maker. You're not supposed to kill the machine, you can't damage the machine. You just need to kill the turtles that it makes. The Kamegoros. I guess is their name. This is a Kamegoro Maker. It's gotta be making Kamegoros. You actually don't even need to kill their shells, as you just saw. They came out of their shells like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And there you go. It's easily dead. Welcome back, Zoda. We got 8 extra lives and 5 energy tanks. The only thing we're really low on is Rush Marine. Man, these platformings, they really are the pits. Alright, fine, we'll use Rush Jet. Now, I passed up some weapon energy down there. I really don't need to refill my Rush Marine, so I'm not going to bother going back for it. Zoda, occasionally, from time to time recently, I would go back and watch some of Kodoom's VODs or my own VODs. Actually, like last week or something, I went back and rewatched the VODs of me streaming Star Tropics and beating it with you on voice chat and helping me out. Man, that was a great time, wasn't it? Alright, so this is a dangerous area, I guess. I mean, Bunny had a lot of trouble with this, so let's see how we do over here. One problem is don't use all your Rush Jet. The other problem is these bees, so let's make sure to despawn them if we can. Okay, whoa, that's dangerous. And okay, we successfully despawned them, so let's move on. Let's not take all of the weapon energy, just in case. Let's go ahead and refill some of this for the hell of it. Alright, now I agree that I didn't initially realize that there is no checkpoint here. It sends you all the way back to the start of the level. That is pretty stupid, okay? I'll admit that. I don't know why they did that. But that being said, I mean, yeah, this is the Yellow Devil Mark II. It is a very difficult boss if you don't know how to deal with it. We do have 7 energy tanks. And what is his weakness? His primary weakness is Hard Knuckle. Secondary weakness is Shadow Blade. Doesn't do quite as much as Hard Knuckle. There is a trick that Ratmus pointed out where if you basically, I'm not going to actually do it, but if you switch to a rush weapon and you start shooting, you see how I paused while there were bullets on the screen? Well, apparently if I switch to another weapon, such as Hard Knuckle, and I unpause, if those bullets, those lemons, hit a boss, they would do the same amount of damage to that boss as Hard Knuckle would. That's another glitch, trick, cheating feature of this game, but it's not something that I ever really used. I think I heard about it before, but Ratmus showed me a video of it today. Didn't really want to show it off, so I'm just going to show off. I have beat this boss so many times on stream. I beat this boss on my first stream ever. But I'm just going to beat it right here now, as I always do. Recognize and see and react. Only jump if they come on the lowest level or the second to lowest level. Sometimes you can hit them twice, but it's pretty difficult to do, so really only guarantee that you're going to hit him once. I think, personally. I'm sure some people could get multiple hits off on him many times. I'm just going to assume that I can only get one off on him at a time and not bother. I don't know how to get past those things without taking damage. Okay, there I got him twice. I'm not even going to bother trying again. Alright, now I'm kind of low. Might need to pop an energy tank. Because I think it's going to take 2 more hits, maybe. I saw how much damage I was taking, and I knew I could get past that without using an energy tank. I was keeping an eye on my energy there. That Yellow Devil was without a doubt the hardest boss of this whole Wily Castle, and I made short work of him. But yes, he is difficult. But then again, you have 7 energy tanks. A boss ain't going to be that difficult. Now, of course, I got those energy tanks. Totally legit farming, of course. These Wily Castle levels, like, why are they so easy? Because they're relatively short. The bosses are relatively easy, especially if you know what to do when their weaknesses are. But they're just... the layouts... they're short, they're not very dangerous usually, and they give you so many supplies. The amount of supplies that these Wily levels, the weapon energy, the lives, the energy tanks that are just sitting around here is mind-boggling when you compare them to Mega Man 2, or 4, or 5, or 6. Okay, actually, the first thing you should do is just kill this enemy so he's not shooting at you. Now, Zoda, you've beaten Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, is that correct? Because I think I remember you telling me that you have not beaten Mega Man 4, and you supposedly wanted to do that next, although I don't think you ever have. So I assume that you've beat 1 through 3 a long time ago. Well... It's a very good thing that I'm making these videos of how to beat Mega Man 2 and 3, because then you can learn and go back and you know, beat them like a professor. I'm being such an ass, like I need to tell Zoda how to fucking beat a game. Zoda of all people, like the master of fucking video games, who could kick my ass in any race at any time. And Fish, I think she's only ever played Mega Man 2 and not very far, right? Let's go ahead and hold on. Let me try and again, this is not what I normally do, but I didn't do that very well. Didn't do that very well either. Oh well, that took a lot of damage. Yeah, I should have just done it the normal way I always do it. I don't understand how these rooms are a threat. You just jump 3 or 4 times. The end. Can I get some health energy, please? Okay, that's some health energy. Yes, hi Song, I know you're here. I don't expect you to play these games. I know that's a bad idea. Okay, so this boss is called the Holograph Megamans. I always just call them the Mega Man clones myself. Holographs, clones, whatever. They are apparently weak to Top Spin, although who the hell would ever use that. They're also extremely weak to Snake Man. But there's several interesting things to note about these Holograph Mega Man bosses that are weak to Search Snake. Number 1, there's 3 of them. They will appear in 3 places in the room, top, middle, and bottom. Only one of them is vulnerable to weapons. The other 2 are not. They will randomly go around the room, so you never know where the vulnerable one is. Except for, this is very important, the one that's vulnerable will always appear on the top level first. That's important to note. The other thing important to note here is, unlike most of the other bosses, this boss has no invincibility frames whatsoever. So like when you're fighting Hardman, you want to be very careful about the magnet missile, not to shoot him too quickly, because he has iframes. This boss, no iframes. We know he's weak to Search Snake, we know he has no iframes, and we know he's going to appear on the top. So that means jump to the top as quickly as possible, which I completely screwed up and fucked up. That's every time I go in here, I explain how to do that. And I screwed up my jumps and I didn't get to the top. Luckily, he was in the middle. That was total RNG. Let's just pretend that I got to the top like I was supposed to, and that's what happened. Jesus Christ. Whatever happened to me being the professor of this game? I have 10 extra lives, so they do not cap at 9, which I was pretty sure that I knew before. But it's strange that the energy tanks cap at 9. Well, I guess it does make sense that they would cap the energy tanks, because you could just go and farm energy tanks, as I showed, in a level like Needleman, and just go and farm energy tanks. If they had, like, no cap... yeah, I just said no cap. Not the way you think. If they had no cap on energy tanks, how many could you potentially farm? You could farm 99, maybe? They would have to... They would have to have a password that would save 99 energy tanks. That'd be crazy. So I understand why they capped the energy tanks at 9. But they didn't cap the extra lives. You can get as many as you need. I don't know. Maybe there's a 99 level cap. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, clearly. Normally I don't waste Shadow Blade on those enemies. There's really no way that I've found that will quickly kill those enemies, unfortunately. Normally I just use P. I didn't even mean to slide there and I accidentally slid. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to kill this thing without taking damage. It's crazy. So much damage. Now we go into a boss rush with extremely depleted health. But I mean, I do have 10 lives. 11 lives, actually. So I'm just going to keep that in mind, depending on... I can remember some of where these bosses are. I probably shouldn't have done Snake Man first, but here we are. Fine, I'll use an energy tank. Well, that was a waste, but whatever. Now that we have full health, let's go after Shadow Man. Let's see if I deplete all my top spin this time. Yes, I cannot... Every single... This is my 7th or 8th time beating this guy, and every single time he's depleted all my top... There's something wrong. There must be something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. I might have to professor up this game again. I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong with that. But as you can see, I did use his own weapon against him as a secondary, as I explained before, so I'm taking so much effing damage. Like, I apologize to the people who come in here with no energy tanks and no extra lives. You know, I'm sorry, but I've built up all of this supplies here. Like, this one I know is hard, man. Alright, so I beat this guy with P. His weakness is Hard Knuckle, but something interesting about this, it will only take 4 Hard Knuckles to kill him, as long as he's not spinning like that. However, There is a common glitch that can happen with this boss during the boss rush. I've experienced it many times. If I were to shoot him with the and beat him with the last hard knuckle, almost every single time what will happen is Mega Man will freeze and be unable to move. Usually he'll be only frozen for about 2 seconds, but sometimes, rarely, maybe 99 times, maybe one time out of 100, he'll freeze forever and you will be completely soft-locked. And I swear this happened to me 1 year ago when I was playing Rockman 3. He froze forever and soft-locked, and I had to start all over again from the beginning of Wily Castle. So just to avoid that 1 in 100 chance, or whatever it is, knowing me it'll happen again, I'm not going to kill him with hard knuckle. I'm going to switch back to P and just finish him off. Better safe than sorry. And actually sometimes it can even happen while beating Hard Man, which is crazy, but that happening at all is even much rarer than that. There's only one person left, I believe. I also like Mega Man games where you do the boss rush and then you don't have to do the final Wily. I don't like it when games make you do the boss rush and the final Wily all in one fucking level thing. That's really annoying. So now we're up to 11 extra lives and 6 energy tanks. Moving on to the next level, which is just a boss fight against the Wily machine. I always want to fill up my top spin. To max. Alright, so the Wily machine from this game. 2 phases. In the first phase, the only part of him that is vulnerable is the gun turret on the underside. The weakness for the gun turret has 2 weaknesses, Hard Knuckle and Spark Shot. Fun to use Hard Knuckle, I prefer to use Spark Shot. As I said, they're both an equal valid weakness. You just have to hit him. You can't stay on the ground. The gun turret is too high, and if you jump, you'll be too high. You have to jump at just the right amount of jump to be able to hit that gun turret. It only takes 4 hits. Now it's the second phase. This phase is weak to Hard Knuckle, apparently. Secondarily weak to Search Snake. But I would tell you what, I can't remember ever in my life beating this boss without Rush Jet. This is, I don't know how, this can't be the intended way to beat this boss. I don't think it is the intended way to beat this boss, but I don't remember any other way. I don't remember a time where I discovered this. It's like I just always knew this. That, using Rush Jet, I can't stress enough, is the key to this game. Makes this game so easy. Use it all the time. It fucking destroys that guy. I don't even know how to beat it without Rush Jet. I've never done it. Which brings us to the final boss, Gamma, the supposed peacekeeping robot. Ooh, an energy tank. That's unusual to come out of there. What do I want to... yeah, let's refill some Rush Jet. Why is there health energy here that makes no sense? Well, I don't really need Spark Shot. Let's I'm going to refill some Shadow Blades. Alright, so let me explain this. So this is Gamma. This is the peacekeeping robot that Dr. Wily stole and corrupted. It has 2 phases. The first phase, it has this tiny little head with the Greek letter gamma on his head. Of course, as a kid, I didn't know that. I thought it was a lowercase r. Now, for this phase, the only part of him that is vulnerable is that little head that's shooting. You can only use 2 weapons, Hard Knuckle and Shadow Blade. Hard Knuckle works better technically, but in order to use Hard Knuckle, you have to use Rush. Get up on the right side, use Hard Knuckle that way. But with Shadow Blade, it will take more hits, but you can do this from ground level. So that's a lot easier. I didn't really know that as a kid. That's something I discovered as an adult. Alright, so now his second form, he's got this arm that comes up. Watch out for those spikes. Those spikes are instant kills. You can use that arm to get up here, you can use Rush to get up here, doesn't matter. Second form, again, the only part that's vulnerable is the part where Dr. Wily is. Nothing else will work except 2 things. Number 1 is Search Snake. That's what Bunny used the first time. Well, I don't, like, Bunny actually did this on... First, she figured out to use and kill him with Search Snake, and I used to do that as a kid. But then, after the game was over, people told her about the new method that I use now, which is, of course... Well, actually, when I was a kid, you can jump, take damage. You can jump from this platform and use Top Spin. But just to be super ultra safe and make it consistent every time, this is the way that I beat him now. You take Rush Jet, which again is the most awesome thing ever, go right above his head, pause, switch to Top Spin. When you unpause, you just spam the button, and it will kill him. Unlike Shadow Man, this won't screw up. It will kill him, I swear to you. Look at that, I got 12 extra lives, 8 energy tanks. He's dead. GG, we beat the game, we beat Mega Man 3. Professor Rockman beat Mega Man 3. Even with a lot of fucking screw-ups, I did a lot better at explaining and showing off how to beat Mega Man 2 than I did with this game. This game, like I said, it has some problems. It has some quirks. It has some screw-ups. It has some glitches. It has some questionable design. It's still a great game, I think. Could have used some tweaking. Love the story. I think from now on, this might have opened my eyes to a new possibility, a new way to beat this game. I think from now on, I might go to Needleman first and farm energy tanks and just do it a completely different way than I've ever done it before. I think I'm evolving. But yes, this is the big reveal that this whistle, it's Proto Man. But playing this for the first time, who the hell is Proto Man? We've never heard Proto Man's name before. Mega Man doesn't know who Proto Man is. Nobody playing this game knows what Proto Man is. This is explaining to us who Proto Man is. This is the entire point. This is mind-blowing. I love the music. I love the visuals. I love the plot. And again, I can't stress enough how the entire point of this is explaining this mysterious person all along. We didn't know who he was. We didn't know if he was friend or foe. His name is Proto Man. Who the hell is Proto Man? It's revealed right here for the first time ever. New robot prototype, brother of Mega Man. What? Mind-blowing. What? I have a brother? Dr. Light made a robot before Mega Man? This is new information. This is insane. He was helping me all along. Holy shit, this is crazy. What an amazing story. What an amazing game. And next, after Bunny beats Mega Man 4, I will come on here and explain to you how to beat Mega Man 4. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that because I don't know how to fucking beat Mega Man 4. I can't beat Mega Man 4 now without save states. I never have. Hey, thanks for still being here, Ramimi. Let's lower the game audio a tad as I talk stupidly. So yeah, it's good to see you, Ramimi. Thanks for being here for my birthday stream. Thanks everyone for being here for my birthday stream. Everyone from Song especially, and Ratmus, and Zoda, and Doom, and Rex, who came in and raided. A nice Mega Man streamer there. And everyone else who was lurking, and Stelnox, and everyone else that I'm forgetting. You see how it says Enough King there, just above the special thanks? That's Keiji Inafune. He's the Mia Hon of this game. Enough King is his club name, of course. But yeah, I do love Mega Man 3. It's got some problems. I do love Mega Man 2. I love playing it on original cartridge and all that stuff and all that jazz. I love telling people and trying to explain to people how to beat NES games, how I beat these games, how I beat them since I was a kid or a teenager or whatever it was. Even if sometimes I get mad and fuck up and be stupid. This is, of course, the eternal wow, because he never stops doing that. So yeah, love streaming retro games. I finished Echoes of Wisdom already, and now I finished Mega Man 3. So what am I going to do next? Well, me and Ratmus and Doom are still going through the Mario Party 1, but we're not able to do that this week. Ratmus still has to finish Skies of Arcadia, but he's not able to do that this week, so there will be no more streams this week. My next stream should be a week from today. What will it be? I have a brand new secret game to stream that I have told nobody about. Maybe I told Ratmus, I can't remember. I don't think I told anybody, except maybe Ratmus. Super secret, ultra secret, surprise, super surprise game. No one knows what it is. You'll have to wait and find out till next week. This is pretty time. Well, you'll have to wait and see. Yeah, what do you think? I could switch to some other NES games. I don't actually own Break Time, the National Pool Tour. I'm very sorry to say, Zoda. If I did, I would want you to sign it. When I did Mega Man 2 a month ago or whatever it was, I beat the game so quickly I had time to do some other stuff. But I don't really feel like doing some other stuff right now. That took a lot out of me to do all that and explain all that. I'll take one look at my NES games and Ratmus did get me for my birthday the Famicom Japanese version of DuckTales, but I could throw that on here just to show you guys, but then I would immediately get like a copyright frickin' claim for the DuckTales music, so that's kind of annoying. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone who watches my streams and hopefully enjoys my crazy content and hopefully wishes me a happy birthday. Want to play some A Boy and His Blob? No, no one wants to play that, right? Burger Time, Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I apparently own Fester's Quest. I have no idea why. That game sucks, clearly. Ghosts and Goblins, who would ever play that? Golf for NES. Yeah, right. You're welcome. Knight Rider, The Legend of Zelda. I'll probably play Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 again at some point. The Moffat Conspiracy, you love that game, right, Zoda? Marble Madness, we got Mega Man 1 through 6, but I ain't beating those games, that's for sure. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, wish I could beat that game, I really can't, though. Tengen Pac-Man, Pirates exclamation point, Qbert RC Pro-Am. You like that game, right? Zoda RC Pro-Am? I think if I remember correctly, RC Pro-Am is only a one-player game, yet RC Pro-Am 2, which is much rarer, actually supports 4 players if you have that adapter thingy. But I don't have RC Pro-Am 2. I've got Rad Racer. You like that game too, right, Zoda? Could play that with my Power Glove, right? Yeah. I got Star Tropics. I know Zoda loves that game. Play some Star Tropics 2, Zoda's Revenge. I've never played that game in my life, Zoda. You want me to play it right now? Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, just for a few minutes, I'm going to give you as a bonus game my first time ever playing Zoda's Revenge Star Tropics 2. Tell me what to do, Zoda. Okay. We must have bought this used. Either that or Ratmus was fooling around. Let's get rid of ass. Because we need to be more classy, right, than that, right? Okay, so we got to go to register your name. Like, apparently I muted the sound. Was there sound there? Okay, now I'm hearing some sound. I'm just gonna play this for a few minutes and then never again. I'm sorry, Zoda. Wow, this is really quiet. Hi, I'm Mike. How have you been? That's good. Hey, I didn't even tell you. Well, you know, I've been dealing with some stuff, some problems. Oh, that's good. I'm back in Seattle. Do you remember Seattle? I thought he was going to say. Well, no, I don't remember Seattle. I've actually never been there, but I remember his uncle, of course. But let me say no. Let's see what he says if I say no. Will he explain it? Maybe you should read the manual. Excuse me. You think I have a manual for this thing? My uncle is Dr. Jones, the tropical archaeologist. Specifically, this archaeologist is no good in the Himalayas. He is no good above the Tropic of Cancer, or whichever one it is. He is only good in the tropics. That's the only place where he is licensed to do his archaeology. We call him Dr. J. Somehow we can do that, even after the basketball players sued us. Now he's in Seattle, busy decoding the rest of that cipher from the tropics. You remember the first game? Well, maybe you should have played the first game, Mike says. He spends all his time reading like crazy, trying to break the code. I'm getting a telepathic message from an alien bitch. Or maybe she's just calling on the phone. I don't know. It's unclear. Whoa, Micah, where are you? Okay, so it is telepathic. No answer. Whoa, wait, no! Wait, this is... I didn't know this was gonna happen. I was joking about is it the phone or is it telepathy, and that's what that was the joke. This game may not be exactly cropped properly. It's cropped for Mega Man 3, so I don't know what to tell you. She's an alien who just happens to look like she's an elf. No, for legal reasons, she's not a Hylian and she's not a Vulcan. She is something else entirely. Something legally clearable. J.R.R. Tolkien does not have the copyright on pointed ears, and neither does Gene Roddenberry, right? Right? You shout. Telepathy! Wow, too cool! Mike is always shouting, isn't he, Zoda? Mike, remember my father? Hero-kun, leader of the lost planet Argonia? Well, no, I don't. Well, maybe you should have read the fucking instruction manual. He spoke to me in a dream. Was it a cat I saw? Was it a rat I saw? What are you talking about? Are you drunk? I can't talk anymore today. I'm so drunk I can't use my telepathy properly. Well, the call got disconnected. Wait, am I using a phone? I'm still confused. I better ask Dr. J. He knows about this shit. Oh, Isogashi, Isogashi. This is what Song hears when I tell her my stories, right, Song? Micah, blah, blah, blah. Hiro-kun, blah, blah, blah. Cat, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck is this game, Zoda? This is just like the Mummy. Oh, now we've slipped through a time vertex or something. Oh shit, my dad is being saved. That was chapter 1? That was just a cutscene. Holy shit, I never expected I was gonna beat chapter 1, and I did. Wow. It's like being in a sci-fi movie. I'm time traveling over here. Well, that's all the time I have, Zoda. I'm already sick of this game. Mike looks different. I still move on the grid pattern, right? But it seems like I kind of move faster, right? I can move? Okay. I thought that I could, but then just like Bunny using Metal Blade, it didn't seem to work at first. But no, I absolutely can move diagonally. This is amazing. This Mike has never moved diagonally in his life, and now he's unlocked a new ability. How do I get out of here? You can even jump and change direction in the air? This is bonkers. Mike never had this kind of technology before. Oh, let's just jump over that. Never mind. I don't have a weapon, do I? Why am I going for health? I don't need health. Oh, that is... Is this a weapon or is this bait? No, it's a weapon. It looked like the bait in Wind Waker, you know what I'm talking about? Like, so I was like, maybe I put this bait out and these pigs will go for it, but no, it's a weapon. Where's my trusty yo-yo? Holy shit, a bear! Wow. So, yeah, now there's 3D platforming. Well, pseudo 3D platforming 2.5. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I can't pause it here and pause the music, but yeah, I mean, on paper, this looks like, oh, this is a sequel. It's, you know, there's more than before, like just like Mega Man 2 had more than Mega Man 1, more polished, more things, more better. Why is this sequel not better? I don't know, maybe less is more in some cases. Maybe it was just doesn't have the charm of the original. I really don't think it doesn't have the charm of the original. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna say that's all I want to do of this game. Maybe you should play it again, Zoda, and show me what this game has to offer. I know I've seen you beat it before, but it just goes in one ear and out the other if it's not a game that I've played. I don't remember anything about it. So yeah, that's my brief opinion on Star Tropics 2 that literally nobody asked for. Um, so yeah, once again, so far I've had a good birthday weekend. I think I'll hopefully have a good birthday tomorrow. Hopefully better than last year. Hopefully things will be going okay as much as they can. I thank everyone so much for watching my streams and hanging out and doing all that stuff. And we'll see you next week for more, hopefully, awesome and interesting stuff. That's the end of the stream. Bye, everyone.